The goal of this video series is to create a simple design system in HTML and CSS. So what is design system? Design system is kind of a library for the most commonly used elements in any in the website or application development, like such as buttons, inputs, and panels, cards, and other things. So we're going to create a simple design system with all these components in it, and we'll see them in step by step. So for this video, we're going to create buttons, different types of buttons and different styles of button. So let's get started. So here I have the Visual Studio Code that I've downloaded from internet. So you can search for Visual Studio Code and you can download it from Microsoft website. So it's a good text editor. For this tutorial, I have also using two other plugins, that is Live SAS compilers for the VS Code and Live Server for the VS Code. So you can type like this, Live Server, and you can also see the Live SAS compiler is in the same list. You can download and install these two. So if you have installed, and I created a repository and I git repository and cloned it to local, and I opened the same in the VS Code. So for this video, we are going to use a SAS in the CSS file. So if you don't know SAS, there is another video that is in the description. You can learn the basics of SAS there, and you can start with the series. If you have already watched the CSS video that I've linked in the description, you might have already figured out what's happening here, but make sure you see that video. And let me go ahead create a index file also. So because if we kept on writing some this is kind of a playground for me, so I can test my styles and see my components preview, so something like that. So let me say design system. So yeah, I have my HTML. So all my CSS code is getting transpiled or converted into CSS automatically. So if I link this CSS file in my HTML, I should be good to go. So because every change is here, and since I linked this in the index, I can use all the styles. So yeah, let me just create a link CSS. Yeah, I've created a link to my CSS, and I have to open this HTML to see the changes that in real time. So let me right click on this file and open with Live Server. You can do the same here. You can click on it and open with Live Server. So I just did that and I'm good. I just realigned my windows to see the changes in real time. So I have my CSS style and the style is linked in HTML. So I'll jump right into the code. So yeah, let me remove this. So what I wanted to create is different types of buttons. So I'll create some button. So I have the buttons here, so they kind of not in the middle, they're stuck somewhere. So let me move it to a proper place. Now they are in between. Now I can see them properly. So let me go ahead and write some styles for these buttons. So for now I have this class btn assigned for all the classes. So let me go ahead and create that. So I just wanted to use that. So btn, I want my buttons to have some padding. So padding 30 px and 10 px. So it should have that breathing space. So I just given the top and bottom 10 pixels and 30 pixels on the left and right, and I also need some margin all around 2 pixels. I have to theme these buttons in different ways. So I need different colors here, so I will create some button colors. So yeah, I've selected all the colors. So till this point we are using some default font. Let's try to install some fonts from Google Font. So Google Fonts, I've already selected the awesome font of Inter family. So if you don't know, you can type Inter and click on this, and you can select all the styles you want, and finally you can download this. So finally I'm actually adding this into my file. So in the style.scss, so everything I'm doing on scss, so I'm just added that. And for the body I will add this font style. So I've added the link, the fonts, online fonts css here, and I'm actually asking my HTML to use the font. So if I close this and if I refresh, I think this is using Inter font now. So I like all the buttons have the uppercase in them, irrespective of what case they ever font is applied. So like font weight somewhere 500. I want them to be a little bit darker and a little bit emphasized. Let's add few more styles. So this should be inline, never to be block elements, and then so the background color is kind of little too dark for me. So F4, F4, F4. So sorry, I actually said F4, and yeah, I want to be sure what that is not the default color and that is the color that I've assigned. So now I have this default button ready, and I mean just a plain button. So if I added this class, if there is no class like this is how the button looks. So when you set uh, a button, when you added this class, this is how it looks. So I've set the ground here, so I just want some more padding. I'm not satisfied with the padding that it has. Here I have two variables that are statically assigned, so I can use this default in the place of these colors. So I can remove this color. I can reference the default color here. So yeah, now the color is changed, but the background color is also the same. So I need to darken the color a bit. So I'm actually using the method that is offered out of the box from CSS. So I'm saying, so use the same default color for this, but make it 10% darker. So if I save this, you could see the border is little bit darker than the background color. So I can modify the colors depth or color darkness here. I can say 20% dark. It can become 20% dark. So let me just add some pseudo classes for the button also. Hover is one pseudo class. So the pseudo selector kind of styles applies on the button when mouse is hover. So I can use the same background. I just wanted to make the background color little more darker when it's hover. So I can use the same method here, but I can dark the existing color to 5%. So if I hover now, you could see that change visible. So when I hover, this is happening. So same way I have pseudo class for focus and active also. So a shadow coming up here when it is hover and focus. So I can say box shadow 0, 0, 0, 0, 2 rem, and the color is same, but here I will use the lighten method, wherein for this outer shadow I want the color to be lighten a bit. So if I go there, so this is being applied. So I think I'm actually doing it a little bit lighten, more lighten, so it is not visible. So yeah, now for the focus you could see it's slightly so this is too light. Let me zoom in this a bit and show you the things. So this is the shadow I was referring to. So yeah, this is good. So I'm now satisfied with the styles that I have here, but I want to do the same for the rest of the classes. So I want to change these properties for the rest of the primary style, danger style, and warning style, and info style. So how can I do that? So should I be repeating everything? So you don't need to repeat in CSS since you are already using variables everywhere. So you can copy these guys and put it in a Mixin. So you can say a Mixin. So Mixin kind of takes a proper variable and you can reuse the same styles in different classes. So button style, button theme, I can say, I want to pass in the color and say text color. So if I'm changing the background color, I might see the need to change the text color also. So I have these two variables taking in and these two styles. So I really don't have a class to change the text color, so I'm adding it now. So add this. So now you could see this is broken, and let me just format it and include these styles here. So you can include the Mixin here in this, but with default color. So I should use these colors in the place of default. So color. So if you pass the color, each instance of color will be updated with the value that you have sent. So I'm right now. So actually this has got replaced to so I will copy this default. I'll send this default color and a text color for this. So I can say, so now you could see my old styles got restored. So I put them in Mixin and used here. So what happens if I want to style it for the primary style? I can use the same styles and I can include the same Mixin here, and I can send the primary color variable, and my text color for this blue color, I want to use it white. So as soon as you see here, so all I did, I just reuse the same Mixin but sent the different colors. Same goes with this guy, danger. I just copy this danger, so that's an issue. Danger and send the danger, and my danger style changes. Here it was fine, it was fine, but here it is a little bit too dark. So let me adjust this guy to lighten. I'll say lighten 10%, not 5%, 10%, and yeah, this is kind of fine. So warning text is big, so this button is a little bit bigger in the width, so bear with me. So I can say I can create the rest of the classes same way. I can copy paste these guys, a couple of more guys, and copy this success. I don't have a success class. Do I have the success button? No. So let me create a success button. Success, and I can go there and say success I can use the success here, and I put the color to success, and I save this. You have the success. So I haven't changed the warning here. Warning, OP, warning, save, warning styles. So actually what I did, I created a Mixin and used it as many times I need, and I'm seeing the styles here. I missed the info one. I can copy the info color. If you remember, we created these colors in the beginning of this video, and I need to change the variable that I'm passing. So if you could see, till here it was hard, but for the rest of the classes it was done in just 2 minutes, because that is the power of Mixin. You can use this Mixin in a number of times with different color set. So that's it. We are at the end of this video. Please do subscribe, and please do comment, please do like, and let me know the feedback in the comments. That will help me with the future videos. Thank you.